Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back again with another comic book review. Now, today, I want to talk about my pick of the week from New Comic Book Day, and that would be Batman Detective Comics issue 1017. Um, Brick Squad. Anyone who listens to rap, they know that 1017. That's just a little joke. But man, this was basically kind of like a one shot, but they definitely left open room in case my dog gets to writing on some Batman Detective, because Peter J. Tomasi has been absolutely slaying it on the Detective Comics run. And I was actually surprised because I thought this was going to continue on the Mr. Freeze saga. You know, you see this Cold Vengeance logo or cover, but this is a one shot basically, kind of somewhat one shot. But like I said, the way it ends, but the way it ends, there definitely is room to do something in the future. And I think that if Tomasi is getting close to ending his detective run, I think there is nobody better than the man, Tom Taylor himself, that should be writing Detective Comics. And if this book doesn't show that, then I don't know what the fuck does, because he slayed this shit and he showed why he should be writing a Batman book. Honestly, he was the one who I wanted to get Batman after Tom King. I'm still happy with James Tynion because that man is a great writer. But Tom Taylor, there's just something about him, man. Ever since, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Deceased, people really gravitate to his work, and he just really understands the characters, and you can just tell he takes care of these characters when he's writing. Like, oh man, it's so good, and I really love almost everything he puts out. I can't say there's been one issue since I've gotten to know who he is, like as a writer. I can't think of an issue that I dislike. The man is really good. And this issue, it starts off as a flashback with Bruce at Wayne Manor, and he's hanging in a tree, basically sitting up in a tree, and his mother comes looking for him. Like, Bruce, there you are. You didn't hear us calling. And he's like, I don't want to go. Why? Cause they make me sad. And he's like, I'm really wearing the wrong dress for climbing trees, but do you have a right dress for climbing trees? He goes, Mom. She's like, good point. Uh, Beautiful artwork. The artwork was fantastic in this, you know. But the big point is that Bruce, obviously the Wayne family, they own a lot of foundations. They take care of a lot of people in Gotham. And one of the things that they do is they have an orphanage in the Wayne name. And that's where they were going to go visit. And Bruce doesn't like to go because it makes him sad to see those kids and, see them like that, And his mother climbs up the tree to explain to him that uh, Bruce, the orphanages make me sad too, but that's why they're so important. They have so little and we have so much. Every child deserves what we have, to have people who love them. Until we can find them a family, we keep them safe, we protect them, we care for them, and we care about them. We show them they're worth caring for. Jeez, man, like, just those words, like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Then we cut to now, because that little flashback is that it's kind of showing them opening up the orphanage, and it's called the Martha Wayne Orphanage, Care for Every Child. And this issue is called Orphans. And like I said, we cut to now, and we cut to a teenage boy, climbing over the wall, a brick wall, and escaping. And, well, kind of leaving and running away from the orphanage. And then we cut to Batman in the Batcave, and Lucius wants to talk to him. But Batman's like, I've intercepted some chatter. I believe a group of former Black Mask gang members are attempting to get their hands on a powerful explosive. If the messages aren't just bluster, it's possible this device could threaten all of Gotham. And he's like, oh, Lucius goes, right, okay, I can come back. And he's like, what did you need, Lucius? It's not city threatening, but I keep special interest in the Wayne orphanages. And last night a 15-year-old boy ran away. His name was Miguel Flores. Sometimes troubled teens run away, Lucius. Sure, you probably know a lot more about that than me. Um, but this isn't the first from this particular orphanage. But my count, it's the third this year. I realize it's not the highest priority, but I'm concerned. And Batman goes, Bruce, he goes, I'll investigate the orphanage tonight. While I'm on patrol, I can access the offices, and, he's like, Bruce, it's your orphanage. It's named for your mother. I know it's not like you to operate, but given your name is on the building, you could actually visit without sneaking in undercover in the darkness. And, he's like, maybe you could even make yourself presentable and take something for the kids. And, that's what he does. And I love to see it. There was more, I'd say it was like 70-30. 70% of this book is in Bruce Wayne, and then the rest, Batman, hunting for the boy. And, when Bruce Wayne decides to show up to the orphanage, he's like, I wasn't quite sure what to bring the children, so I brought equipment, supplies for a new science and art center, and an ice cream truck. You brought education and camouflaged it with sugar. Very clever. This is all generous, but I'm afraid I'm not sure we can accommodate it all. And he's like, of course, sorry. If you don't have room, I'll have to build another wing. Like, that's just Bruce Wayne, man. I love that. I love that. I hear one of the children ran away last night. Yes, Miguel. We're all very worried. Can you think of any reason he'd want to leave? Sometimes that's what happens. Orphans run away sometimes, especially the older they get. They realize it's unlikely that they're going to get adopted. So, they start getting depressed and stuff and just feel like nobody's there for them. And man, I couldn't imagine that. That's just got to be so rough. And I feel for someone like that, man. I never had that happen. Obviously, I grew up, I was blessed with a good family, but man, when I read a beautiful story like this, it just gets me, man. And I really love this story. I really enjoyed this issue. Of course, they've talked to authorities and stuff. Miguel was separated from his parents at the border when he was 10. So that's something that ties into today's world. He has always been an emotional child, quiet, reserved, but quick to anger. And then Bruce goes to look at some footage of him escaping, and Bruce quickly goes, he looks scared. That's a big wall he jumped from. And like, what? That's a big wall why is he so scared, and why would he do this? That's a big wall he had to jump to get past. So what is he so scared of? And he ends up calling Damien for some help to go out and like do some recon. And Damien, he's like, I was kind of shocked to hear from you, so I came. Like, what do you want? And he's like, I know I've been difficult to reach, Damien. He's like, that's one way to put it. And he's like, and how would you put it? He's like, I'd say you've retreated so far into an angry, brooding cloud that you are now more brood than man. A child from Wayne Orphanage is missing. His name is Miguel Flores. He's like, do you know him, Damien? No. He's like, okay, so put some effort in for some kid you don't even know. But he's like, you know what? Forget it. Before he's like, I'm sorry, Damien. I haven't had more time for you. He's like, the city is in danger. That requires my full focus, but it's getting colder, and somewhere out there, a scared child needs our help. And Damien quickly goes, and you want me to find him because you're worried and already scared kid might not react so well to be being chased by a giant bat. Sure. And he's like, but we're gonna talk about these orphanages. It's a bit disconcerting that you own whole buildings full of backup Robins. Dude, like, he can take something. Tom Taylor just takes something so serious. Like this can be a serious topic. This is something that's really going on in the world, and he can trickle in some jokes in there. And man, it's just great. And they go looking for Miguel for not 1 week, not for a couple days. It takes them about 2 weeks to find him because they go through Saturday, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, and it just keeps getting colder and colder. It just getting closer to like 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 20 degrees. At 50, then it gets down to 18, 15, and it even gets down to 10 degrees. And like I said, then we go Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday. So we're up to 2 weeks then. Almost probably it gets about to maybe 2.5 weeks it took him. So this boy was out there freezing for about 2 weeks all by himself, not having anywhere to go. Like, man. And Damien ends up finding him after all, because Bruce has to do, or Batman has to do, some other work while Damien is looking for him, but Batman also is kind of helping when he can. And Damien comes up on him, and he's in the snow, like passed out, unconscious, and he's like, "Hey kid, can you hear me? It's gonna be all right. Help is coming." And quickly calls for Bruce, and he comes in with the Batmobile. Like this artwork was fantastic. I loved it with the snow. And he's like, "I had a tip from a group of women in a shelter. They said he ran from them when they tried to talk to him. He doesn't look good at all." And Batman actually has called an ambulance, or Damien called an ambulance, and Batman's like, "Too slow." He's like, what are we supposed to do? He's like, "Nothing. You did well. Go home, Robin." He's like, "Batman, I'm not leaving him. Like, I can't leave him." And then they take him in the Batmobile, and they quickly are rushing to the hospital. And he's like, "Notified Gotham General, 15-year-old male coming in with severe hypothermia, dehydrated and malnourished, will require immediate attention." And Miguel, he's kind of going in and out of consciousness, and he's like, "Miguel, can you hear me? So, keep your eyes open, Miguel, And he's like, "I'm cold," and he's like, "I know. It hurts." Batman's like, I know, son. Just keep your eyes, keep talking back to me, son." He's like, we're gonna get you safe." And he's like, "Please don't," he's like, "We're not taking you back," because he's like, are you taking me back? I don't want to. Well, he's like, he's in and out of consciousness, and that's the first thing he goes like, I don't want to go back. Please don't take me back." Batman's like, "We're not taking you back. Just keep talking. You're gonna be okay, son." He's like, you're not that scary, not like they say." And he's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "What for?" The boy says, "I'm sorry." And Batman's like, "What for, son?" He's like, "My favorite superhero is Superman." And he's like, "I'll let you in on a secret, Miguel. He's my favorite too." And Damien goes like, "Why did you run?" And he's like, "That place, it wasn't finding parents for all the kids. Some kids just disappeared. I wanted to escape before I disappeared too, and I wanted to stop it happening. I wanted to protect the other kids. I wanted to find help. I didn't know who to tell, who to trust, who'd believe me. Grown-ups never believe." And Batman quickly goes, "I believe you. And the kids are gonna be okay. We promise," Damien says. And Batman goes, "And we'll find the ones who are missing. You protect them, Miguel." He's like, Miguel goes, "I saved them?" And he's like, "You saved them." And dude, Damien goes like, "Miguel? Miguel?" Like screaming, "Miguel?" It kind of reminded me of like the new Rambo, but the boy dies right on the spot. And the craziest thing was, his last words were, "I saved them?" Dude, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Maybe it's just me, but that really got me, man. It got me. He rushes the boy into Gotham General, and doctors do what they can. DDD, hitting him with the I don't know. I don't think they actually do the electroshock thing or whatever to revive him, but they do what they can. But he doesn't make it. it, it's crazy. This book, man, it's got its high moments where you can laugh at something, and then it's got something where it literally hits you in the core, man. Literally. Whew. Tom Taylor, please let DC, please give Tom Taylor a Batman book. Please. Like, let Tomasi finish his run, but please give Tom Taylor a shot. He deserves it, man. And this issue, oh my god. You know, Batman goes back to the Batcave, though, and he's taking it pretty hard. And he's like, I take it you had a hard night, Lucius goes. And he's like, were you able to save the city? Yes. And the boy, hitting the punching bag. And Lucius quickly knows. I see. You know, puts his head down. He's like, the orphanage records, they're no sign of foul play. There's thorough follow-up with adopted families. The records are meticulous. I can't find a single discrepancy. Every detail there for every child. He starts thinking, every child. Lucius goes, what is it? We need to wake Damien and get the car. The car's right there. No, the other car. So he's not going as Batman. He's going as Bruce Wayne. And later, Damien and Bruce, they go back to the orphanage. And he's like, Damien, give me a moment. Let me know when the police arrive. And he walks right in. And the guy, Mr. Morrison, that runs it, he's like, Mr. Wayne. He's like, in your office, Peter. You keep very good records, huh? He's like, oh, thank you. It's very important in my line of work. Measurements, weights, histories, allergies, injuries, academic and social progress for every child. You track them for years after they leave. I'm not sure how you have these records, Mr. Wayne. While none of this would be possible without you, this information is supposed to be confidential. Every child. Only it's not every child. He's like, I don't know what you're, and quickly, the light. He looks back. He's like, what? Like, what's going on? You go, because there's a whoop, 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 whoop. The police are here. Damien goes, what? Why? They're here for you. And he's like, the records were perfect for every child, but it came down to numbers. These children, there are no records for these children at all. They don't have names. They disappeared. These children don't exist. And he goes, and he's like, Mr. Wayne, please, you don't understand. I never wanted to hurt them, but these people, they came with money at first and then threats. I couldn't say no to them. I had no choice. My man Bruce Wayne, whack, cracks that boy. Ooh, yeah, that's what I like to see. I would have liked to see Damien hit him with one too, for real. But that boy on the ground holding his face, he's like, Damien whispers like, you do realize you're not wearing a mask. And he's like, it's not Batman's name on the building. It's the Wayne name. It's our name. And he's like, these are Wayne children. They're my responsibility. My children. I've failed. We're going to track down every single missing child, and we're going to punish every single person who took them. Damien goes, good. And Lucius goes, very good. And 2 months later, it cuts to, and he's like, and I'm going to make it up to them. I'm going to provide something better. I'm going to be more involved. I'm going to make sure nothing like this can ever happen again under the Wayne name. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to show them we care for them and we care about them. We show them they're worth caring for. So it looks like he opens up a new orphanage for the kids. And I didn't even notice this the first time till just now. It's called the Miguel Flores He Saves Lives Orphanage. Wow. Wow. I didn't even notice that he named the building after Miguel after that. Wow. This was fantastic. See, that's how it ends. It ends there. But like I said, they never tracked down who was responsible fully and who Mr. Morrison was actually working for. Who was the one that threatened him or you know, who was the one that gave him what was it? What did he say? You know, they wanted to hurt him, but these people, they came with money at first and then threats. Who were these people? I need to know. I need to know. I absolutely love this book. I loved it. Oh my god, I really did. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought. If this hit you as hard as it did me, I really vibed with this book, and I really it really, man, I got choked up, man. I really did, and I did the first time, and I got choked up reading it just now. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought. Either way, liked or disliked, I don't care. I just want to know what you guys thought. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, hitting the subscribe, hitting that bell notification so you get all updates on all upcoming videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.